everybody, my name is Leanna. Welcome back to my channel. Recently I went blonde. Is it really recent if my roots are growing out? Recently I went blonde and I made a video about it, and in that video I said that I would make a more in-depth video answering questions, and most of the questions I got were can you put the products in the description? I honestly get that comment in like every single video, so I should honestly remember to do it in every video, but I don't, so you guys can keep reminding me if you want to. So if you want to see the actual process of me bleaching and what it looked like in the beginning, in the middle, and the end, then that's my previous video, so I'll link that in the description for you if you're interested. But this one is just more me talking about all the stuff that I went through, all the products that I bought, all the research that I did, etc, etc, and all the stuff that I put my hair through. Just so everybody knows, I have no qualifications, and this video is just like how I did stuff. I'm not trying to say that I'm a professional, so please don't roast me if I say if I get something wrong, because obviously like I did a lot of stuff wrong, but I'm gonna go over everything that I feel like I did wrong, everything I feel like I did right, and then you can just take that with a grain of salt, do whatever you want to do. So the first thing is stuff to do beforehand. Stuff that I did beforehand. The first thing that I bought was I bought a wig. I bought a wig on Amazon for $40 because I really wanted to try a wig and then see what platinum blonde would look like on me. So my primary worry was that I was gonna look washed out without makeup, and you know, I don't always like to wear makeup every day. So I definitely didn't want to look like sick and washed out without makeup if I was platinum blonde, so I wanted to make sure that I at least looked okay. I was okay with that look, so I also watched a lot of YouTube videos and watched what other people did, watched the fails, watched the successes, you know, paid attention to like what works for some people, what didn't work for some people. So definitely watch a lot of YouTube videos, which is what I'm assuming that you're doing now since you're on my video right now. Hello, thank you for clicking. So here's the overview of this process. The first step is to make sure that your hair is protected. Don't bleach with clean hair because it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn your scalp really bad. And your hair is also not gonna be protected with any natural oils. If your hair is not super dirty, then put some coconut oil in it and get it really oily, get it saturated. You can put it in the night before and sleep with it, or you can just put it in like a few hours or a few minutes, 30 minutes maybe, before you actually start bleaching. But the problem with coconut oil I found was that it kind of made my hair like stick together, and it was really hard for me to kind of separate my hair into thin sections and then apply the bleach that way. So definitely take that into account. I would just honestly just wait 5 days without washing your hair and then bleach on the 5th day. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to get 1 scoop of bleach, and then you have to add in 2 parts of developer. So you can use 30 volume or 40 volume depending on what you want. If you have thinner and weaker hair, I would recommend going with 20, but then you might have to keep it in for a little bit longer. It's your call, it's your own call. So I decided to do 30 volume developer because I knew my hair could handle 40, but I kind of didn't want to do that. So I used 30. So I found during the whole bleaching process that it's easiest for me to split my hair into as many sections as possible. So what I did was I split it down the middle, and then I split each side into 4 sections, and that was easiest for me because I have really thick hair. So I started from the back, and I started about 1 inch from the root, and that is because your roots are close to your scalp, and your scalp has a lot of heat, and what heat does is help the bleach develop faster. So if you apply bleach to your whole head at once, then you're just gonna have like really light roots and just like less light rest of your hair. So you're just gonna have really light roots, and then the rest of your hair is just gonna be not as light. After applying bleach to your hair, by avoiding your roots, you're gonna wanna put a plastic shower cap over your hair or a plastic bag. I just used a garbage bag because I'm a college student on a budget. And so what you're gonna wanna do is you wanna insulate your hair so that the bleach develops evenly and fast. You can also use foils, but I found that really hard to work with, especially by myself. So it's just easier to just put a bag over it. And after your hair lightens to around what you want it to be, then you do your roots in the last 5 minutes. That's what people say. If you have dark hair like this, if you have dark Asian hair, you're probably gonna have to do it like 2 or 3 times. I had to do it 5 times, like 5 times, because I was stupid. And also like, with stronger hair, with darker, stronger hair, you can definitely keep the bleach in for longer. Some people even say like you can keep it in there for like 2.5 hours. I only put it in at an hour at a time because I didn't want to damage it too much, but honestly bleaching it 5 or 6 different times like damaged it pretty bad. So yeah, definitely be smart and efficient about it. After each round of bleach, you should wait at least a week for your hair to heal a little bit, and you can put in a coconut oil hair mask or use Olaplex or use like a hair mask just to like let it heal a little bit, because it's gonna be really tired after bleaching. Because what bleach does is that it makes it really like porous and weak and then stretchy. Also, if you feel your hair is getting stretchy, you should wait. Like, you should really wait before you bleach again, if you have to bleach again. So basically what you can do after bleaching is tone it. I actually toned it after every single round of bleach. Toner is basically just dye. So the point of toner for me was to get rid of the brassiness of my hair, but the first round of bleach, after the first round of bleach, it was like really orange, so adding a toner won't really do that much, unless like it'll take away a little bit of the brassiness, but your hair will still be overall orange. I just wanted it to be as less orange as possible because I had to go out and participate in society, so I didn't really want it to be like bright orange, just like raw bleached. So I put a little bit of toner on it, but just keep in mind that if you put toner on after every single round of bleach, then the next time that you bleach, the bleach is going to have to take out the toner first before lifting your hair some more. So definitely keep that in mind if you're going to use toner after every single time. I think bleaching your hair is probably best done, if you're going to do it yourself, it's probably best done in a time where you're going to be in solitude, where you're not really going to see anyone, because the middle stages are like pretty bad for me anyway. Oh god. Toner is pretty cheap. It was like $6 a bottle, so I didn't really mind like applying it after every time that I bleached it. So the products I used are listed in the description box below. I linked them all for you. They're all on Amazon. Really easy, except for the toner. I think they took it off Amazon for some reason. It's just not there anymore, but so I used 30 volume developer with the bleach. With stronger hair you can definitely use 40 volume, but you definitely have to be a little more careful with it. I think I had to bleach so many times because I overestimated what 30 volume developer could do to my hair. So I always washed it out super early and it was just a bad choice. So I used 30 volume developer with the L'Oreal bleach, and then afterwards I would tone it with 20 volume developer mixed with the Wella T18 toner. For the other products I used coconut oil to give it kind of a protection, and then I also bought a hair mask to use in the shower after I shampoo, and I bought a purple shampoo to maintain this platinum. That's a lot of products. So the main mistake that I made throughout this whole process was that I bleached too many times. So what I would do was I would bleach it once with like 30 volume or like 20 volume, and then I would wash it off, and then it would be really orange, and I'd be like, huh, I guess I didn't leave it on long enough. Then I would put on another layer of bleach like 30 minutes after I just washed it off, and then bleach it again. And the thing is, it wouldn't lighten because my hair was wet from washing it, and when your hair is wet it won't lighten because it already has moisture. It's something, I read an article, I don't know, but basically in my experience your hair doesn't lighten if it's wet. So that was a really bad choice. And also I think that bleaching that many times, like one time I just like applied bleach 3 times to my head like in one day, and that was just a really bad decision. And I think definitely doing that, like, it caused my hair a lot of damage. And like now when I wash it, it takes 8 hours to air dry, which is not normal. And then also it's like when it's wet it's really stretchy, but when it's dry it doesn't look that bad. I'm intending to do a coconut oil hair mask. But if I definitely just bleach once each time instead of like applying it after I washed it and applying it after I washed it again, you know, like it would have been a lot less damaged. Also, another mistake I made was that I applied the bleach to my roots too early, so I got hot roots, which is what I was talking about. Definitely just save it for the last 5 minutes. I saved it for like the last 30 because I was in disbelief that I was like, oh, like I don't think it's gonna lift like that fast, but it did lift that fast, and my roots were really light. It doesn't look that bad because it's dry, but when it's wet it's more obvious. So if you apply bleach to wet hair, it's only gonna lift a slightest bit, like the slightest bit. Like if you're only trying to lighten just a little bit, then you can apply bleach to wet hair, and it's not gonna do much. But if you're actually trying to lighten your hair, it's really not gonna work. Okay, so once your hair is a nice pale yellow color, you can use Wella T18, and then what you do is you apply 1 part toner to 2 parts developer, and people usually use 20 volume developer for the toner. After you put the toner in the mixing bowl, it starts to turn purple after a while. It's totally normal, it's fine, because the opposite of purple on the color wheel is orange, right? Yeah, no, it's yellow. So, fuck. So the reason it starts to turn purple is because the other side of the color wheel from purple is yellow. So, once your hair is yellow and you add purple, it kind of just cancels out to like white. So that's kind of what you want with Platinum Blonde. And so you leave it on for about half an hour and then you wash it off. So as I mentioned earlier, if you apply toner to like a darker orange or like anything darker than a pale yellow color, then it's not really gonna do much because, again, the color wheel thing, like purple and orange, it's not really gonna make white. It's just going to be like slightly yellow, slightly more orange and yellow. And yeah, as you can see, that's like what happened here because I didn't really lift it enough, so it's kind of still yellow. Okay, so this is about the aftercare. I bought purple shampoo so that I could put it on in the shower every time I wash my hair. I only wash my hair once or twice a week. Usually nowadays it's been once because it's really damaged. Like all dyes, toner does wear off, and what I noticed was that after a couple days of not washing it, my hair will turn like a little bit more yellow. So you kind of have to like refresh it a little bit by using purple shampoo. It's purple, so it'll cancel out the yellows. When you bleach it that much, your hair is just really porous and then it'll take in all the pollutants from the air and then it'll just be yellow. Buying purple shampoo and using purple shampoo on your platinum blonde hair is a pretty necessary part to upkeep the same color. So you can definitely tell that your hair is damaged when it's wet. It takes forever to dry because it's clinging onto all the moisture that it can possibly cling onto because it's just like so damaged. So when it's wet, when you wash it, there's water in it, so it's just going to hold on to that water and not want to dry if it's really damaged. And when it's damaged, you can like literally like take a strand of hair like maybe this thick and pull it and it'll be stretchy. It'll be like elastic. That's just really scary. And another thing to keep in mind is to not wash with hot water. Usually some people just wash with cold water, but I'm one of those people that can't shower with cold water, like even if it's the hottest day ever. So I just use like lukewarm water. Try to like avoid putting your hair under super hot, scalding hot water, because that'll just strip it of its color faster and then you're gonna have to like tone it again. So yeah, definitely washing it with cold water is going to maintain your color for the longest time. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope I did a halfway decent job at explaining everything. If you have any more questions or if you want me to clarify anything, please leave it in the comments and I will see you next time. Bye, thank you so much for watching.